We're dating a loser. I can't tell if she's some sort of dog woman because there's a lot of bones in the designs. I'm a little nervous. I'm afraid that they might be an actual dog woman. Just gonna be up there real for now. Oh, god damn it. Is this game gonna have the same issue it did last time? What is it with these games not having your cursor in full screen? It's so annoying. It's not even showing up on stream. No, it is. Okay, I guess we're playing it like this then. Hello, welcome to Loser Named Hana. About. Oh, that's not actually the about of the game. We don't got any extras. Let's just get this show on the road. What's your name? Oh, maybe she's a dinosaur girl. Oh. What should my name be? Should I use my actual name or like something silly? Hmm. Hmm. Silly one. What's the weirdest thing I can think of? Okay, or Kermit. What's your username on Havo chat? Kermit talks. You can always change your username and profile picture in your Havo chat account settings. How would you describe your gender? I don't want woke content. Transgender, other. I'm I'm pretty cis, I think. Male. The loser named Hannah will take into account fuck. Hello? Why is that button? God. My clip button. My clip button is the same button that opens up the menu. Are you serious? Alright, we're changing our hotkey. Uh, is anything okay? so unprofessional. Okay, it's gonna be the home button for now. The loser named Hana will take into account actions and assign a personality based on these choices. The current personality types are kind, mean, neutral, and playful. Regardless of the choices and personality, it is important to keep in mind that Hana will not cease her friendship with player, even if they are cruel. Oh, that's not nice. So play a loser named Hana to your heart's content. I don't want to be mean, though. September 15th, 2019. Seeing an advertisement to be someone's friend was rather strange in hindsight. Oh my god, I forgot that was part of the story. I nearly thought it was a joke at first, like those you find on meme accounts across various social media platforms. But given the convenience store clerk who let her hang it in the first place said, "That was the saddest, loneliest person I have ever seen walk in here," I was obliged to believe the ad's authenticity just a bit. Like, you would have to be pretty desperate for companionship if you were willing to pay someone to be your friend, especially since the ad blatantly had a picture of herself and her have-a-chat handle freely on display in public. Honestly, there are better ways of going about this that would be more effective and safer, but something tells me this girl was really desperate. I want to be her friend, to be honest. I'm not really in this for the money, to be honest. Seeing someone go through such lengths for someone to be their friend touched me enough to want to be their friend for her. No charge at all. That one kid from high school got a new job at the brewery. Sucks they won't let me take any of the beer home, though. JK. Don't trust a fake-ass hoe. Click here for free shitcoin. Happy and free. Serious Gamer 666. Dude, I hate how expensive games are now. So $70 to play the most dog-water AAA game ever. I can't even get a fucking refund anymore. You're so real for that. Oh, my icon. Well, there's actually a lot to choose from. Who the fuck is that? I'm gonna go with the Amori reference. Oh, I can upload my own? Oh god, wait, hold on. I gotta make sure I click the right thing. Oh god, there's so many. Wait, why is it? Oh god. Jesus, I don't even know which one's which. Wait, let me look for... No? How do you type? I had to look for Olorp. Perfect. Alright, Hannah. Hello? Hey, I'm here about the ad you posted. I'd be willing to chat with you, no penny on the dollar. For free, that is. I don't want your money. Oh, you saw my ad? Does that mean you really want to be my friend? Yeah, sure, why not? Really? You don't want any money? Really? I'm so excited. It's been weeks since someone last responded to my ad, and the first time someone doesn't want me to pay them. My name is Hannah. What's yours? My name is Kermit. Okay, Kermit. Wow, that's a nice name. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a sissy girl. I think that's what it's called. Huh? Mine are he, him, and I'm a guy. Right now, I'm a student at Haven University, studying to become a paleontologist. What about you? 19 going on 20. Bisexual. Studying paleontology. Trying to survive this thing we call life. Throwaway's #1 fan. Natori Suntrain is my husband. Oh, it was just her birthday last month, bro. The world can be cold and cruel, of that I know, but even in that darkness, there's a beauty to it. You just have to look for the light. Throwaway. Is that a show? I guess it's a show. I'm unemployed. I'm currently not employed anywhere or seeking higher education. A NEET, if you will. Wait, what? The fuck is a NEET? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put my thing big again. Phoning oh no. Wait, we actually have to talk to her? Oh god, what's happening? Bitch, I don't even have time to read! Can I go back? I can't go back. It doesn't take me long to set up my camera and make myself decently presentable for my call with Hannah. I hit the call button and wait for her to answer. What's up? Did she just speak like she was 5? Did you say something? I can't hear you. Hold on. She's really low. I think that's on purpose. But here. Oh, I just turned her up really loud. I see your mouth moving, but I still can't hear anything. Let me try turning my volume up. I head into my computer's. Love you too. Okay. I head into my computer settings and raise the chat's client volume all the way up to 100, while Hannah looks distressed. What the fuck did I just start playing? What? Hannah's high-pitched voice. Jesus. Hannah's high-pitched voice rings throughout my entire head like an earthquake. I'm quick to adjust my volume back down to avoid any further damage to my ears.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Is that gonna is that gonna be her voice the entire game, or? It's fine. I'm fine now. I straighten myself out and meet Hana with a smile. Hi there, new friend. I do a little wave for the camera and then Hana returns the gesture hesitantly.
Hello. I'm Hannah. I wanted to make sure you're okay with my whole thing.
About Hannah's voice. Even the game can't decide. What whole thing?
You know, my voice. It's all high-pitched and stuff.
Dude, what? I barely even noticed.
You don't have to lie. I know it must sound really annoying. Everyone else thinks I do.
Why are all of these bad, and then there's just one good option? The illusion of choice. Now let me just be nice, I can raise her up. Actually, I think you sound kinda cute. Hana seemed surprised by my response, stricken with disbelief.
You don't have to lie. I know it sounds like nails being dripped on the board.
Yeah, it kinda does. It kinda does. Genuinely, I think your voice is okay. Okay. I did not say all that. I did not say all that. Hannah seems to have gotten really flustered at hearing that, a bright red glow instantly rising to her cheeks.
No one's ever said that to me before. Ah.
She shook her head and slapped the sides of her face to recompose herself.
But that's why I wanted to do a call first. To see if my voice would be too much to listen to all the time.
It's no problem for me at all.
Just so you know, I'm real desperate for a friend right now. So, there isn't much that you can say or do that would make me not want to do this.
There's no way they talk like that. They're doing like a fucking accent in all of it. Kind of hard to be. Can I not type like this? I'm not. No. Kind of hard to be with lonely with two people, but I'm sure we'll find a way. I wink at the camera. No, the fuck I don't. No, I would not do that. Honestly, you should be even more careful with that language. If not me, someone else might try to take advantage. What?
It's fine.
This is not fine, bro. Huh?
I know I'm garbage and deserve to be treated like one. I just want some or any human connection like everyone else.
Dude,
Even if just a short IRL hangout someplace, talking on call, or sending a few text messages every day. So, even if you're a little mean to me, I will leave you. I promise.
what do I say to this type of information? I'm kind. I'm not really a cruel person. I like to think I'm a pretty decent person, actually. That being said, I think we can start getting to know each other better. Hannah looked so happy when I said that. So Hannah, besides studying paleontology, what else do you do?
Well,
Despite having put out an ad for this and everything, Hannah seems to be struggling to think of something to say. It's obvious even with her high hopes, she didn't prepare to get this far.
oh, I'm sorry. I've never done this before.
Talked about yourself. She nods. Let me try asking something more specific then. Alright. Oh, her TV show. I mean, I already know her TV show. Maybe that means she would like to talk about it. What about TV? Anything you're currently watching stand out?
I don't have cable or satellite in my dorm. Well, I just watch whatever's on streaming.
Streaming is basically the new TV anyway.
Oh, there's this one show on Hulu that I binged the other night. It's called Arya's Archives. It's a show about an immortal woman named Arya. She had land across the hundreds of years with her sisters. You get to see them all raise families in different time periods. Oh, while on the run from immortal hunters, they want them dead. Lots of drama along with tear-jerking moments.
Lots of drama. Lots of drama. Oh, tear-jerking moments. I need some jerking What?
My favorite was when the daughter's Arya's sister named Rowley. She had it the worst out of all the kids. Her mom treated her like garbage. Ah, she just like me for real, for real.
Why the fuck is she talking like this? It's actually making me like, I'm not mad, I'm just like fucking confused.
But besides that, I like watching isekai animes.
Of course you do.
I wish I could be reincarnated in another world and be the hero people love sometimes.
You know, I feel that. You know, I've always wanted to be a Super Saiyan.
And I have a whole harem of men and women that want to have sex with me, but never end up with any of them so the fandom can ship me with whoever they want.
Dude, this is gonna be a long game. Wow. Welcome back, nukes. Codes. Nuke. Codes.
Good. Watch either sometime, maybe. My taste is pretty trash. Just like me.
Dude, we're like 5 minutes in. Sure, that could be fun. I asked Hannah. What? Yeah, we're trying to figure out the same thing. What's your favorite food or restaurant? What kind of foods do you like?
I really like breakfast food, mostly because I sometimes get really bad insomnia. So by the time a restaurant opens, I can at least look forward to a nice breakfast.
That's awesome.
There's one close to campus that makes the best smoked sausage links and hash browns. It's a 12-minute walk up the hill, but it's so worth it.
I could do this. I can do this. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
But other than that, there's a specific type of chips at a very specific gas station that they sell sometimes. They're called extra hot Buntos chips, and literally no other place sells them in the whole area except this gas station.
Type shit. Oh, it's not voice acted. Other faraway towns have them, but for some reason they don't sell them here except for that gas station. So every time I see some on the shelves, I buy out their whole stock.
You would think they would keep them regularly in stock, but no. Sometimes they'll be out of extra hot Buntos for weeks, months, and I'll have walked 2 miles in the rain for nothing.
You could just ask the store manager to restock them and they'll probably order another shipment sooner.
Yeah, but that requires talking to someone.
Yeah, I guess that's very true. Hopefully they'll have them in stock sometime soon.
It's been a few weeks since they wiped out their shelves, so maybe. What about you? What kind of food do you like?
This is a person in college. This is someone that's almost 20 years old. I like... These are not answers. I like salty food, personally.
Okay. Good to know.
It didn't seem like she liked that answer. What are your hobbies? What sort of hobbies do you have?
Well, I like playing games, especially the ones that let me make friends or even date the characters. It's a nice little escapism.
Oh. She continued talking. It's a nice little escapism from the fact that nobody IRL would want to be my friend till now, I guess. Hee hee. So like visual novels.
Visual novels, farming sims, RPGs, yeah, stuff like that. I tried playing multiplayer games, but my teammates kept kicking me in the lobby or calling me slurs for being bad at it. I had no idea there were so many bad things to call people. I even know some different languages.
Yeah, me too.
I got called gringo once despite being Mexican. My skin is just real light because I don't go anywhere. I don't think my accent helps since I'm from the South.
You mean to tell me that this character is not only Mexican, but has a country accent? Haha, you got called a gringo.
Oh, my passing privilege doesn't do anything for me.
For real though, multiplayer game voice chats are full of edgelords using VC to let out whatever anger they have inside.
It's a lot quicker than therapy to just scream profanities at strangers. I've done it a few times. It can be a little cathartic.
Cathartic. You've hurled slurs at random people on the internet?
Not like the super bad ones, if that's what you're thinking.
What are ones that are super good? Sounds like something someone who said a few cancelable slurs would say. Yeah, I don't trust her. She's probably extremely fucking racist.
Honest, I swear.
What? I wanted to hear her say that. Wait.
Honest, I swear.
They didn't have the voice actor say this. Are you serious? I have to read it? I only said ones like dick, bitch, asshole, motherfucker, cunt, and troglodyte. In a gender neutral way too. I wasn't afraid to call a guy a bitch if he was playing bad. You don't have to defend yourself to me. I believe you.
Thank goodness. I can't scream like that anymore since I live on campus. I got a noise complaint from a student downstairs once, and I almost got a house suspension.
I think a lot of people would be better off if they didn't have to hear your voice every night. Don't tell her I said that.
Yeah, I'd rather be able to keep living on campus.
Yeah. Any other hobbies?
Well, I like writing poetry sometimes too.
Poetry. Oh, my bad, coach. What kind of things do you write about?
Just stuff about my feelings and emotions and stuff. I don't think I'm very good at it, so I keep it to myself.
Can I hear one?
Maybe some other time. I'd have to write a pretty good one for you to hear. Oh, I also love collecting bones.
Collect bones.
Yeah, there's a hunt shop that sells animal bones they get from hunters, and pretty cheap too. Though, sometimes, when I see roadkill on the side of the road, I sometimes can't help myself and collect the body, take it to my dad's lab, debone the body, and clean up the bones with hydrogen peroxide. My dad showed me how to do it after my bird-sided lymphoma. I made a pretty little necklace.
Huh. That's cool. Maybe I should change the subject. I'm all out of icebreakers for the day.
Oh, okay. Is there anything you want to do for now? I got that new game that all the streamers are playing right now.
Oh, W? What we playing? Flirt and tease her. I don't want to flirt with her anymore. She sounds like she's 2. I'll play the game with you, though.
Hooray!
Let me send you a friend invite and make a private lobby in-game. Just try not to say any slurs while you're playing, okay?
I'm not!
We opened up our copies of the game. That was how I met and started a relationship with a lonely girl named Hana. September 22nd. It had been a whole week since Hana and I started talking with each other. To put it bluntly, the girl is a mess. A chatty, anxiety-ridden mess, at that. Not even a day after we first called, my first inbox was flooded with the updates from her. Whether it was photos of her lunch, long tangents about hyperfixations, or even minute stuff like telling me about the world's largest taxidermied animal. It was a whale shark for those curious. I knew the girl was desperate for connections and someone to talk to, but surely she had to have someone else to talk to aside from video games and whatever else, right? A therapist, her friends, a pet, anyone living? My phone went off before I could even continue this train of thought. Another message from Hana. Hello, Kermit. Sorry I keep messaging you, but you know what today is, right? Quarry build day. I'll send you the IP address to my server once we call, okay? I've been waiting all week for this, KK. Oh yeah, type shit. I can block her? Oh fuck. Wait, did it do it? Oh, I didn't have anything better to do. May as well. Moving to my computer, I booted up the copy of Quarry Build before hopping into a video call with Hana. Within seconds, the awkward girl answered the call. Her smile and energetic waving Her smile and energetic waving speaking miles about her enthusiasm. I'm not reading that. Hana, volume, please. Whoopsie poopsie. It must have reset itself. Don't tell me she's not gonna voice act anymore. Adjusting her volume, she shakes off the audio issue with a pathetic, apologetic laugh. Hana translation? Am I reading this? Am I reading her lines? Sorry again. Shall we play? Oh shit. After she had sent me the IP to her server, I joined in, greeted by the familiar, blocky, low-textured sites that were the signature quarry build look. Here, let me just teleport you real quick. With a few keyboard clicks from Hana's end, I found myself out of the blocky forest and into a rather cozy-looking shack. The cabin's interior seemed well-tended for sporting a bookshelf, a dining room table, paintings, and even a fireplace. Her Minecraft skin is herself. Standing next to me was the familiar image of Hana, but more blocky. Welcome to my cabin. Ooh, I know it's not much, but I was up all night making sure everything looked good for you. What do you think, Kermit? Both Quarry Build Hana and real Hana stared at me. Their wet, nearly tearing eyes gazing into my soul, seeking my answer. Not bad for a semi-NEET? What is this lingo? It's shit. It's good. I like what you've done with the place. Wheelie? Wheelie? Yeah, I mean it. It's cozy. It's got character. It's just... I don't know. It feels like a home. Letting out a huge sigh of relief, Hana's tension eased out as she wiped away any forming tears from her eyes. Phew, I was a bit worried, I won't lie. I kinda spent most of the week wanting to make the house look good. But between school and other things, I only had time to make my avatar look good. As for the cabin, I kinda stole it from a YouTube video. Bro, it's literally a box. You couldn't do that on your own? Please don't think of me less for doing so. I guess they only had a I guess they only had budget for the first day. I don't know. I really hope it's not the end of it, though. I really don't want to read her voice lines. No stress, Hana. It's good. I mean it. I'm touched you did all this for me, though. You're sweet, Hana. Oh, wah, 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 wah. Shucks. Anything to help make my new friend feel welcome. And besides, we got plenty of time today to make this place even look even better. I've been wanting to try out survival mode for a while, and now that you're here, we could do whatever we want. If that's alright. Of course, Hana. Lead the way. Nodding with approval, Hana opened the door to the outside, with me following behind. I was planning on mining some materials to forge weapons and armor. All I got is this wooden sword and stone axe, and it's not much against the mobs. Sure, Hana. Anything you say. What, am I just a fucking robot? A drone? I can't do my own thing? Hana tossed me some tools and food. Thus began our first adventure mission. Wait, W. Wait, my inventory's empty, but I got a pickaxe. Several blocks away from the house Hana built, we began digging a stairway down into the earth. It would take us a while, but we managed to dig deep enough to where plenty of ore would appear. Let the STWIP mining begin. I'll dig up the path while you mine up any ore we find. Easy enough. It's not the most exciting, but the first couple of hours of quarry build never are. To take on some of the harder bosses like the Dragon or Leviathan, we would at least need mithril armor and weapons. Okay, now you're mixing up both games. And you can only get mithril ore if your pickaxe or drill is upgraded to silver or higher. Wrong game, bro. Wrong game. Everyone's got to start somewhere, you know? So to fill the quest of the mine, Hannah and I make conversation. Paleontology, huh? The dinosaur tism must have hit you hard. Why am I using Hana translation? Yeah, wait, I don't have autism. I mean, there probably is something wrong with me, but I've never been diagnosed by a doctor or anything. Way to take my figure of speech literally. So-called non-autistic girl. I meant it as a figure of speech. My bad, I'm bad at those. But yeah, like I was saying, you must really love dinosaurs to pursue a whole career of involving them. What's your favorite one? I guess I don't have anything. Hannah immediately lit up like the night sky. My favorite has got to be the Stegosaurus. The plates embedded in its backs are so cool. And scientists don't even know what the spikes were used for. Not only are they my favorite dinosaur of the Jurassic era, but they're my favorite overall. What about you? Do you have a favorite dino? Name any. I can give you a fun fact about them. Stegosaurus. Honestly, I never thought about it. I like a Triceratops. My favorite has got to be the Triceratops. They may have been herbivores, but those horns put up a fight. Yeah. Their skulls are super huge too, so a lot of museums try to get their hands on one to display. Our local one here only managed to get an authentic fossil of its head. But it's so cool. I got to see it last summer and even took a picture with it. Their fossils have been found mostly here in America. And parts of Canada. Right. Could you imagine seeing a Triceratops on the street with a bunch of other cars? I'd ride one if it would let me. Ow. What can you call me? I mean, people just call me C's. My real name is Angel. So I guess either of those. Either of those are fine. Could you imagine seeing it? Wait, I already read this. As we discussed, I mined some copper ore and plenty of coal. Already got a fat stack of 70 coal. You can't do that. And a couple pieces of copper. That's pretty good. Let's head back to the center and start another tunnel across from this one. We do that, and this time Hannah is the only one to start the Hannah is the one to start the conversation topic. Do you play any gacha games? No, I don't play gacha games. I haven't. Not really my thing, and the whole gacha system is pretty predatory, even if it's technically free to play. That's too bad. And I guess you're kind of right about some games being real unforgiving with their gacha. My luck in a lot of games I play is pretty trash. I think I spent like $5,000 alone getting my faves maxed out this year alone. $5,000? Where the fuck do you pull that money out? Alright, bro. I'm cool with that. You really shouldn't be spending that much money on digital anime characters. But it's so fun being able to clear all the endgame content with ease. Even if the meta changes, my husbandos and waifus still clear the easy. But now I'm saving in-game money for a future character I really want. That's good at least. The furnace I built is finally done smelting the copper, and I toss Hannah some. Here, we have enough to upgrade our pickaxes to copper ones, so work will go a little bit faster. Thanks. We finished this row and began a new one a few blocks down from it, repeating this cycle every time we reached a dead end. By the time we had made 10 new rows, we were fully decorated in some comfy silver armor with pickaxes to match. Hannah, we got mithril over here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You're a little too excited for that. Oh, fuck. What did it say? I carefully extracted 4 pieces of mithril ore and showed them to Hana. Wow, we got 4 of them? That's a lucky find. I'm surprised we made this much progress in under an hour. That's because this level of the mines has really good RNG for ore to appear. How do you know that? Seeds that end with the 4, like this one, are always likely to spawn more ore at level 58. And because we're in a jungle biome, our chances of finding silver are increased. You're really good at this game, huh? This seems like a mixture of Minecraft, Terraria, and yeah. It's nothing. I just watched a lot of tutorials and read the fan wiki. But yeah, you could say I'm a bit of a pro gamer when it comes to quarry build, hehe. I'm 10th place on the speedrunners board for killing the Leviathan in 9 minutes and 34 seconds, making me the first person in the US to have gotten so high. I gotta admit, that is pretty impressive. You'd think that we would have been cool enough to have... Wait, you'd think that would have been cool enough to have gotten me into V-Shoujo, but no. V-Shoujo? You mean that VTuber corporation that launched recently? I applied to join. Even rigged my own model with art I commissioned with the free trial of Move 2D. Poured my heart and soul into the video and I got nothing. I can be parasocial and entertain an audience. Oh, even if they're laughing at me. I could send you the audition later if you want. Sure, why not? I think VTubers are so cool and a lot of them have such pretty designs. It's mostly popular in Japan right now, but I'm sure it'll catch on in the West too. I know they're kind of niche, but do you watch any VTubers? No. I don't watch VTubers. They're not my thing. You adding too much. Fuck it. I feel bad. You know what? Wait. You know who I watch? You know who I watch? I'll show you who I watch. I watch Ceasefire on twitch.tv. X Ceasefire. That's the VTuber I watch. I watch X Ceasefire on twitch.tv. I'm not doing that. Where's my camera at? Yes. What kind of VTubers do you like to watch? Gaming. I like gaming streamers the most. Me too. I like seeing my favorite streamers play a game I really like Quarry Build, or pull a character in a gacha. Whoa. As Hana's pickaxe hit the 2 blocks in front of us, it opened up to a wide, dark, and wet quarry. Whoa, I didn't think quarries appeared at this level. Yeah, usually we'd have to still dig till we reach level 88. Well, we're already suited up. Adventure awaits. We placed torches around the area so we could see. The quarry cavern was pretty big and had lots of mobs sneaking about. Undead creatures would chase us, knock our torches out. Some even threw axes at us. But Hana and I had each other's backs as we mowed them all down. Hana even did a 360 sword chop that knocked one of the undead into the river where it drowned to the bottom. Show off. I think I got this place pretty cleared out. They shouldn't respawn for a while, so let's try to grab as much ore as we can. Gotcha. Ha, like gotcha. Haha. The ore and treasures practically littered this cave. I found a power bracelet to increase my crit damage and equipped it right away. Shameless. As I was rummaging through some of the other treasure chests, Hana walked around the quarry. This cave kind of reminds me of this one scene in Arya's archives where Arya's sister meets her human lover who fathered my favorite character, Throwaway. Hana began placing some blocks on the ground to vaguely resemble a playable character. Oh Cantata, though our love is forbidden, I can't help but want to ravish your siren body until the sun rises in the east. And then Cantata was like, uh-huh, yeah, can we fuck now? And then they fucked, and an episode later, Cantata accidentally kills her lover, and the sisters have to move again. Interesting. Yeah, like half the problems the Siren Sisters run into are because of Cantata. She's kind of a giant, shameless liability shaped like a whore. God, I hate her. She's so useless and mean to throw away. I don't know how people can defend her in Aria's Archives Have-A-Chat server. Hana continued to vent about her hatred for this character called Cantata for a while. If there was a #1 Cantata hater title, she would be the 10-time champion. At this point, she's talked about her more than her actual favorite character in the series. I was so caught up in her vent session that I noticed something coming up behind Hana far too late. Hana, look out! But it was no use. An undead mob attacked Hana from behind, equipped with an enchanted mithril sword. It dragged her into the darker parts of the cave. Wah! Ah! 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 Hana, in her panicked state, recklessly swung her sword around and continued to scream. Hana, calm down. I'm coming to help. I placed the torch down to light up the dark spot, and Hana was in. But as I laid it down on the floor, Hana's sword struck me, knocking me back a few blocks. Ow! Didn't hurt me physically while at my desk, but Hana's in-game attack did knock my character's health down by 3 hearts. Oh! I'm so sorry. Are you? The undead grabbed Hana again and dragged her closer and closer to the quarry. Another step back and both of them were now in the water and sinking fast. Let me go, you stupid zombie. Hang on, Hana, I'll save you. I slammed that shift key to make my avatar run and jump straight into the water. The deeper they sank, the less I could see, so I swam as fast as the game would let me. With my sword in one hand and shield in the other, I whacked away at the undead. A few of my hits connected with Hana by accident, but that was unavoidable. Ack! Hana's health must have been pretty low at this point, especially when you take in the oxygen level. But I managed to kill the undead mob, and Hana emerged from the water with our lives intact. Ha ha ha. To edit it to the max, you'll see what I mean. W. I'll take a look at it later. Thank you for saving me, Kermit. No problem, Hana. What are friends for? Hana's avatar turned around and began hopping around as she angrily shouted. Stupid fucking quarry build. We had plenty of light placed around this cave and still an undead was able to spawn. I swear if you don't place a torch on every square block in a friggin' cave, a mob will just spawn. We're not even on hard mode. Quarry build devs, seriously, buff the stupid torch radius. Hana was panting and seething with anger as she screamed at the computer screen and I awkwardly stared on. Gamer rage with her. Tease her. They really want you to, like, romance this character. Gamer rage with her. I made my avatar Jumbo around too. Jumbo? I made my avatar Jumbo around too. And whacked my sword at the cavern's roof. Yeah, like, what the hell? 40 torches spread out ain't enough to stave off mobs? That's bullshit! Yeah, bullshit! We continued to run around and scream our frustration into the game at an invisible entity that would not hear our grievances. Hana then took a deep breath in, held it in for as long as she could, and let it out, thus drawing a conclusion to her tantrum. Anyway, did you get all the treasures? Yeah, I got all the treasures. What did we get? 3 magic scrolls, 5 loaves of bread, a healing potion, C4, 10 cooked fish, and a sea pearl. Nice! Let's head back up to the house and storm before another mob jump scares us. With that, we exited the cave, ran up the stairs, and stored our loot in some secure chests. Damn. After that, we decided to give Hannah's house a makeover, adding 3 more floors to the floor plan that we would furnish with what limited options the game gave us. Hannah seemed to know how to arrange the structures in a way that made it look like actual furniture. I made sure to place down plenty of torches on the ground and house walls so we wouldn't have another undead mishap, allowing us to construct the house with relative ease. We must have been in that mine for maybe 2 hours, but renovating the house at least took us twice as much time. There! Now we have plenty of room in the house for our current and future designs. Yup, looks way homier now. Next time we should work on the library so we can enchant our armors and tools. Yeah! Hannah stretched and yawned. Aw man, it's 1 AM already? Didn't even feel like we've been playing for 6 hours. Time really does pass by when you're having fun. Let's call it quits for today, alright? Aw, okay. Hannah whined, but she was clearly looking more exhausted than she usually does. Oh wait, one more thing. Hannah took a wooden side from her inventory, placed it in front of the house, and carved some words onto it. There we go. Now it's perfect. The sign read, Hannah and Kermit's house, BBFs. BBFs. BBFs forever? Big booty friends. I had a lot of fun playing with you today, Kermit. Thanks for hanging out with me today. W streak? You could share the streak. That'd be fire. Hannah smiled softly at me through the camera, seemingly almost in tears. No problem, Hannah. It was fun. W streak, 7 stream. I've been on top. You've been on top of it. I give her a half smile, and she seems to appreciate it. You get points for that. 450 points, not bad. Anyway, we should both head off to bed for the night. The server will be open, even if I'm not on, so you can come on and play anytime. Damn, even Allie got the 7 streak. You guys are crazy with it. Cool, noted. Good night, Hannah. Night, Kermit. With that, the call ended and I went straight to bed with a smile spread across my face. Oh shit, it's been some time. It's been 3 weeks since I've met Hannah. For the most part, things with Hannah have been... We play Minecraft. It seems pretty good. Worth it. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with her. It was worth it just to have fun with her. Since getting to know each other, the two of us have made weekly plans to hang out. This week was the annual convention. A few notable celebrities always attend, and Hannah, in particular, was looking forward to meeting the actor of Throwaway. I didn't know much about it, but Hannah did promise to talk my ear off at the convention. A ping rings out for my application. It was Hannah. W. My god. My application. Who the fuck says application? Hello. Gotcha. I'm almost ready. Gotcha. Just making sure I have everything. Meetup still at noon? Yes, I'm all dressed and heading over. Do I get a sneak peek? Hannah doesn't have a job. No, I want it to be a surprise. Then I'll be in for a surprise when we meet up. I hope it'll be worth it. I suppose we'll have to wait and see. But what is the plan besides meeting time? I know I bought a hotel room to keep our stuff safe, and there's a small handful of things I want to see. I want to visit the artist alley. I love convention merchandise. Then I can meet Throwaway's actress. You've mentioned her briefly to me. Oh, I'm so glad you remembered, Kermit. Fight faster. I've always wanted to meet her, and never gotten the chance. Is there going to be a panel? Type faster, woman. The entire cast of Arya's archives is gonna be there, and I have so many burning questions. It's like the stars are aligning. Anything else that you want to do there? Food, probably. We can yap about that when we're there. Yap. We can yap about it. Cool, cool. And you're 100% sure you have everything? I am. I'm nervous, excited all at once. I'll see you there, Kermit. See you there, Hannah. Alorp. I close out of the application and double check my bag to make sure I have everything I need for a successful outing. My bag contains my keys, wallet, water bottle, medication, first aid kit, charger, and portable charger. What? I have lore with medication? What's going on there? That should be everything. At least I hope that's everything I need. And likely what Hana needs. Accident prone that girl is. And the first aid kit is going to come in handy at some point. I thought it was a practical joke she was pulling on me, but nope. She really was that much of a klutz. Mitsuri-con. The line to the convention was long, but thankfully it was not as long as it could have been. Both Hannah and I agreed to go on Friday, and Friday are usually the slowest and cheapest convention days. After making it to the front and handing the staff my ticket, I put my badge around my neck and pulled out my phone, checking in with Hannah to see if she had arrived. Before I can open the chat, I heard a familiar voice behind me. Kermit, hi. I turned around, blinking once, then twice. She was in a fursuit? In this heat? She had to be insane. She laughs a bit awkwardly as I stand and stare at her. It's me, you know, Hannah. I know, but aren't you, well, sweating in that? No, it's plenty comfy in here. She scrambles, reaching out one of her fuzzy purple arms for me to touch. She was right. The material was a soft faux fur, by how well the crafted Essence cosplay was, and how nice it felt to touch. Hannah likely spent a good amount of money on it. To be fair, it was a fursuit, of course. It would cost a lot of money. Of who, though? Like a fucking Teletubby from Hazbin Hotel? I could see that. Is this the first time you're wearing it? I can see how she practically lights up at the question. Even if I can't see her face, her body language shifts from hunched over to jumping with joy. Yes, I've always wanted to cosplay at a convention. It's only one of my favorite things ever. So I had to cosplay as my favorite card. I mean, look how cute the little guy is. She does a little spin. Really? Never. Never ever. I tilt my head to the side, gesturing around us. Then tell me more about it as we walk and figure out where we want to go. We can pick an exact location later. She nods, the giant head nodding up and down eagerly as the two of us walk together. She talks my ear off about Essence. Hannah goes into excruciating detail about how to play the card game and how her best deck build works. Might as well get used to her yapping. As the two of us walk around the con, I start to notice her staggering behind, taking deeper and more shallow breaths as she talks about the lore of Essence, Arya's archive, and a heavy focus on a character named Throwaway, amongst other things. She takes a deep breath. Love. She heaves. Hannah. Yes? You're out of breath. It is kinda hot in here. If you're getting stuffy, you should take the costume off. I couldn't. I have nowhere to put it. Then at least take off the head part. You look like you're about to pass out. She pouts for a moment before sheepishly taking off the head of the cosplay, averting her gaze from mine. See? Isn't that much better? Hannah nods, her cheeks tinging red. Why were you so adamant on keeping it on anyways? I thought you knew the dangers of cosplaying at a convention. I do. But, well, I start leading her to take a seat on one of the benches, nudging her to drink some of the water she had packed with her. She gulped it down eagerly. Pause. Pause on that. I guess I was just, nervous. About what? The con? Not exactly, no. And what about? She purses her lips before speaking again. I just thought that you might dislike me and my appearance if we met in person, and well, if I wore a cosplay, you wouldn't have to see me. I mean, I kind of like her better that she's not, like, using her voice. And the bear outfit's kind of doing it for me. Okay, that's a bit much, bro. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Huh. Well... Hana flies around a bit before gulping, the blush carrying to her ears, and she nods. Of course I want you to like me. Well, you're in luck. I like you plenty. She let out a small whine as I laughed and at her flustered reaction. That aside, where do you want to go next? I know you have a flu? I can't read! Fuck! I know you have a few places that you want to see. My jaw hurts. Hana shakes her head furiously. I've talked your ear off plenty. You choose. Let's go to the... Artist Alley. Good choice. Let's go. Two of us stick close together as we traverse the tight space of the convention. Friday might have been the least busy day, but seeing that it's been a few hours since the two of us arrived, the con feels like we're being packed in like sardines. Hana looks around, her eyes sparkling with excitement. She points out various pieces of merchandise that she wants to stop and examine. It's always nice to see a bunch of people in one place, huh? It is. I adore seeing people's artwork, especially small artists. They deserve so much love and recognition than they get. How frequently do you get art from others? Hana hums in thought. Whenever I can, really. As long as it makes me happy and I can make sure I can have all of my essentials. Getting nice little treats like this always help my mood. I always have to make sure I have my food and stuff. Do you have a favorite artist? No, you can't make me choose. That's too difficult of a choice. But you have a favorite character. Throwaway is different. She's everything I wanted to be. She's amazing. I bet you're super excited to meet her. Hana's excitement is practically spilling from her. More than anything. I've never been more excited from anything in my life. I just don't want to embarrass myself and look like a total loser in front of her. That would be the worst. As we continued walking, I stayed close to her to avoid getting lost and pick up a few things that also caught my interest. She repeatedly pointed out one in particular. By the third time, I was curious and spoke up. You seem to really like this one character in particular. Haha, yeah. He's my husbando from the Sun Train. She points at the newest art piece she just picked up. Not only do I get to support small local artists, I get such pretty art of my favorite boy. Hana sighs dreamily and gently tucks the piece into her bag, along with the various other merchandise she has bought so far. He's been teased for a while, but only more recently got released. I fully maxed him out and he's so busted. I look at her sideways sometimes. It's a bit hard to keep up with Hana as she's spitfiring information at me, especially when she constantly jumps between multiple different fandoms and fan bases. His name is Natari, and he has this really cool other form. Before, he was just the guy traveling with you and lost a chunk of his memory, and the stuff he did know, he was super secretive about until it all came bubbling to the surface. The reveal was so cool. The main character was in danger, and of course, he had to save them, so he transitioned into this phoenix form to make sure they were safe. What else is he like? Hana flails her arms in excitement. He's pretty cool, calm, and collected. He's smart, a bit socially awkward, a bit like someone I know. Hey, I laughed. encourage her passion. I get it. I also have things I'm super in love with. There's no need to be embarrassed at all. Hana nods sheepishly. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't be embarrassed at all. But continue. I like his story. Well, he might have gone through so much trauma and hardship, so much of his life that he lives right now is living with the consequences of what he did before he lost his memory, and he suffers for a person he no longer can remember. I like it. Sure, it's sad and depressing, but he grows from it. He gets better. He has friends to help him pull him up to get better. And of course, he still struggles. That's bound to happen, but he is better. I think that's what matters most. It's a nice sentiment, I get it. It's a nice message for the player to see. Exactly. Especially for people who are struggling. She pauses for a short while before speaking up. I know I've talked about how I've struggled a lot, so I always appreciate stories like this. Because if they can get better, I'd like to think that I can get better too. She smiles softly and shakes her head. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it does. I'm glad. We sit in silence for a bit before I speak up again. Did I mute the voice or something? Want to go drop these off at a hotel so you don't have to drag them everywhere? We still have stuff to see. She nodded and we headed to the hotel. Fortunately, Hana booked a hotel connected to the convention center, so we're back at the con in less than 10 minutes. Panel. Your panel is starting soon, isn't it? Let's head on over. You're right. We have to hurry. I don't want to miss it. Hana rushes off in front of me, and I try to keep up. I didn't want her to get lost, and at this rate she's going in the costume, she might trip and fall on her face. She weaves past people, trying to worm her way through the upstairs to the panel's room. Huh? This might be the quickest I have ever seen her run. Luckily for her and me, she didn't end up falling on her face, but she almost did on multiple occasions, using the railing or wall to keep herself steady. Hana motions for me to enter the room with her, and I do. The room is packed, and the two of us were barely allowed in. The last two allowed, in fact, since there is a capacity limit in case of an emergency. While the room was tight and cramped, there was somewhat empty space against the wall, so the two of us hung back and tried to get comfortable for the next 2 hours. There were a bunch of hushed whispers in the room that it was almost impossible to hear myself think. Oh, yeah. What are these noises? While it was obvious that Hana was overstimulated, she was also vibrating in excitement for what was to come. She's spoken to me about this for a while, and I might not fully get it. This is something that mattered to her. I can't read, and my jaw hurts. I don't know why. How do I feel about Hana's excitement? It made me happy. It's nice to see her at ease and excited about something. Oh, hello. The panelists start rolling in and the crowd starts to rise in volume, cheering and shouting the names of the characters. Hana tugs on my sleeve and points at Throwaway's actress. Kermit, it's her. Why are you looking at her like that? She squeals in excitement. So I've heard. You got your question ready? Yes, I've had it ready for ages. I was born ready. She does a little salute. Beginning is usually going to be introducing everyone, talking about their time on the show. The MC will ask the typical questions, like how do they like the project, how do they find it, how do they relate to their characters, stuff like that. And then after we get to line up and ask questions until time is up, and if we're lucky we get to stay over to finish up a few more questions. You excited to meet her after this? Very, but I'm so nervous. What if I look dumb in front of her here? How will I be able to face her? The two of us were stopped mid-conversation as the MC spoke up. I did my best to pay attention, but I couldn't help but notice Hana out of the corner of my eye. She was taking all the information, bouncing on the balls of her feet, trying to absorb it all. The balls of her feet? It was like she said, the MC did ask the very same question she told me about. often filling me in when I threw a confused look, or when she got excited about a topic in particular. She whispered a mini lore dump between questions and before getting quiet to listen to the next answer. After about an hour, the fans were called to line up and calmly and neatly. I can't read. Holy fuck! What is happening by my brain? Oh. Alright. After about an hour, the fans were called to line up calmly and neatly so no one gets hurt. Hana throws me a bright smile and opens her mouth to speak, but as she takes a step forward, thump, she trips and falls on her face. Bruh. I stopped and stared at her for a minute, crouching down to her level. She's shaking and sniffling, pushing herself up from the ground. The two of us had made quite a scene and she was clearly embarrassed. I help her up. She wasn't gonna feel better just sobbing on the floor. Let's go get in line. You wouldn't want to miss out on asking your question, right? She turns to face me, wiping the snot from her noses and sniffles. Noses? She's got more than one? You're right. Two of us get in line. We're at the back because of Hannah's fall. She's mumbling insults to herself, berating and belittling herself for letting herself fall, in her words. Honestly, it was kind of no big deal. Whatever, really? I don't get why she made such a big deal about it. We were in line after all. She didn't need to get like this. It was awkward for a bit. Hannah didn't seem to be in the mood to talk. She was listening attentively and likely, knowing her, repeating her question over and over again in her head. Finally, Hannah reached the front of the line and was announced as the last question of the panel. She profusely thanked the MC and panelists for taking the time to be here and allowed her to ask her question. No, I'm serious. Thank you so much. This means so much to me. The MC cuts her off.
We have 5 more minutes, kid.
Okay, random voice acting. Oh, fuck.
We have 5 more minutes, kid. We have 5 more minutes, kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take up time. I promise I'll make it quick. She takes a deep breath and turns back to the panelist, trembling. Hello, she whispers. The panelists look awkwardly at one another, asking her to speak up. Hello! A shrill noise peaks from the microphone, causing me and many others in the room to cover our ears. Hannah goes to apologize again and feels the heated glare from the MC. Okay, my question is... She waits in dramatic silence. So we all know and love Throwaway and Kevin. And they have such a super cute dynamic. They're my OTP. I love them so much. Haha, what do you guys think of the ship? Nah, she's fucking traumatized. This time, the silence was not intentional. Hannah laughs awkwardly, tugging at the collar of her fursuit. Because, you know, Throwaway deserves someone who would treat her right. And Kevin would. The panelists glanced at each other for a moment before they looked back at Hannah, forcing smiles on their faces as she continued. He's a himbo. He's so nice and sweet, and he'd protect her from her horrible mom. With years of professional PR training, Throwaway's actress, Tara, spoke up.
Well, we can't divulge too much on where Kevin and Throwaway's journey will end up. Without a doubt, their friendship is something that is definitely important to both their characters and the story.
What is with, like, the intentional throwing of the voice to become anime characters? You know what? This is like an anime game. I don't want to think anime voice acting. Okay. Agreed. Kevin's being a knight duty is to protect the kingdom. Why does Kevin not get voice acting? They didn't get a man for this? And investigate the sirens, so Throwaway is someone he's going to want to get close to. She is such a gentle soul, clearly in a terrible home. Kev would naturally want to treat Throw with kindness.
And Throwaway is very grateful whenever Kevin is around, since it means her mother can't toss her around like a rag doll.
Yeah. Tara made a comedic throwing gesture, which made the audience and Hana laugh a little. But do you ship?
And that's all the time we have for the panel. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and a big round of applause for our panelists. Reminder that the cast of Aria Archives will be doing autographs and photo ops at the designated section of the convention in about half an hour. So if you want either of those, you better head there quick before the line gets any longer.
The crowd cheered, and as the panelists waved goodbye, they exited the stage to make their way to the next location. As we exited the room, Hana couldn't help but sigh dejectedly. I know you're disappointed, but there's still time to meet Throwaway's actress. That sounds nice. Well, I guess we do it. Hannah and I made our way over to the talent hall. There were tables lined up neatly and orderly, along with posters hanging behind each of the tables signifying the talent that was to show up. There was a skittish look on her face as she sheepishly looked around for her goal. Ah! And that goal, as expected, was Throwaway. I said I'd keep an eye out for her, and she notices it before I do, tugging on my sleeve and pointing it in the direction of her table. She's right there. I can see that now. The two of us walk in line, and it looks like it would take us maybe half hour to get to the front of the line. It's going to be a bit. Do you know what you want to get? Photo? Signed autograph? Everything! Haha, fair enough. Do I want to know how much it's going to cost? I careen my head up, trying to see how much it would be, but due to how far it is, plus all the heads in the way, I'm unable to see it. Ha! How much? 200? Hannah, I couldn't hear you. 200. I forget how expensive meeting celebrities can be. Is this the first time you're meeting a celebrity? Nuh-uh. It's the first time I want to spend money to meet someone. She means so much to me. You keep saying that, but I don't think I've ever really heard why. Hannah's face turns red. Well, you know, she got me through a hard time. I don't think you want to hear the story twice because I want to tell her too. So you'll hear it when I tell Throwaway, and you can ask me any questions after. Promise. I'll hold you to it. Two of us carry some brief conversation. Mundane, really. Something to pass the time while you two wait. Finally, the two of us got to the front of the line. Hannah was shaking, her entire body trembling. She shakily hands the vendor the cash, and they gesture for Hannah to go walk up to Throwaway's actress. I can't read. Tara. I stand next to her, telling the vendor that I'm just accompanying her, and would not get in the way whatsoever. That I just wanted to keep her company, and nothing else. Hi.
Hi. Excited to meet you. What's your name?
Me? Oh, hi, I'm Hannah. I'm your biggest fan. Before Throwaway's actress could speak up again, Hannah's eyes were brimming with tears as the water world started. Seeing Hannah meet Throwaway makes me feel happy for her. I couldn't help but smile. I was so happy that Hannah was meeting her idol finally. Fuck. The story you helped portray. I love it. I mean it. I really relate to everything Throwaway goes through. I get the struggle. Hannah chokes up. Seeing the portrayal. Seeing someone who went through what I went through. And come out the other side. With friends. She turns to look at me before she turns back to Throwaway. What we saw her go through with her mother. How she constantly had to take and take. I get it. Her voice finally shatters as she openly sobs. The heavy tears falling down from her face as she ugly cried. Snot dribbles down her nose as she wails. I'm kinda just a loser. Kinda like one of those sopping wet cats you find. I never really felt like I fit in. Ever, ever. Not until Arya's archives. Not until Throwaway. Hana sobs. She continues to babble on, barely being able to be understood, as she drones on. Tara looks around, panicked, unsure of what to do before she spots me and motions me forward. She nods at me before turning to look at Hana again.
Hana, right?
It's Hana? I've been saying it wrong the whole time? Hana. So your name is Hana. You're Mexican with a southern accent. She nods and her actress lets out a shaky breath, placing a hand on Hana's shoulder.
You're very sweet. And it was awfully brave of you to admit all of that.
But you're fucking weird and you need to leave.
Let alone go through any of it. I'm glad you also have a friend to help you like she did. But don't forget that your strength is nothing to look down at. You are strong for going through it.
Hana's eyes widen as she stands there shocked for a few seconds. You really mean it?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Sorry. She pulls Hana into a hug, motioning for me to join too. I slowly join in on the hug. Hana sits there and sobs for a bit before we all pull away.
Would you like your
guys.
photo and autograph now, sweetheart?
Sorry, guys. Yes, please. Hannah's eyes were still swollen red as the two of us walked away from the talent hall. I gently rubbed circles in her back. Gently, I motioned for her to sit down, not wanting her to fall over and collapse on herself. I pull out my water bottle from my bag and hand it to her, encouraging her to drink some water to calm down. After she sits and breathes for a few minutes, she pulls out a little bag of gummy bears, biting off the heads first and then popping the rest in her mouth. She told me she does this so the gummies won't suffer. She nods at me, throwing me a toothy grin. Thank you for being here with me. It's really not a problem at all. How does it feel to meet your idol? Amazing. I just hope I didn't bother her too much when I got to speak to her one-on-one. Did Hana bother Throwaway? Regardless of what happened, it was really cute to see you open your heart like that. That's not what I wanted. It couldn't be. It was. Super, super cute even. Hana whines, hiding her face in embarrassment. I think that's everything. You ready to head back to the hotel? Mm-hmm. What did you want to eat? There's a few options because we're at a con. We are at a con. How about sit-in restaurant, pizza, fast food? Ow. How about we sit in a restaurant? Oh, sounds great. Sounds great. Let's go. Wait, it's been time? Oh shit. What's happening? It's a beautiful day out. The sky is pure blue with barely any clouds. The sun is shining and there's even a pleasant breeze flowing through the air. Perfect beach weather. After some talking, I finally convinced Hana to go somewhere outdoors. As much as I enjoy hanging out with her on the phone, she needs some fresh air. The con doesn't count since we were inside the whole time, and the air in there was definitely not fresh. So what better to do than have a beach trip? I'm currently waiting near a lifeguard station just watching people do their thing. Equipped in my best beach fit and a layer of sunscreen, I'm all raring to go. But I can't do anything until Hana gets here. I feel my phone vibrate from a notification and I pull it out of my pocket. Looks like Hana just got here. I quickly shoot a text back describing where I am before pocketing my phone. hell was that? About 5 minutes go by before I see that familiar little hermit. Hello! Hey, Hana. I wave to her as she walks up to me, maneuvering her way around people's stuff on the ground. Sorry I'm late. I couldn't find my swimsuit for a bit. I look her over, taking in her outfit. It's a pretty basic one piece, all things considered. Do you like it? I know it's pretty basic, but I don't have much beach attire. It's cute. I think it suits you well. Blue is a nice color on you. Really? I was a bit worried the color would wash me out. Nah, you look great, and the hat completes your beach look. Yeah, I only got it so I don't get sunburned. Seriously, if I stay in the sun too long, I become a lobster. Ouch, that doesn't sound pretty. Let's go find somewhere with shade to chill at. Hopefully we can avoid you getting burnt today. We set out to find an empty spot. Since it's pretty early in the morning, the beach isn't as crowded as it usually is. But it's still a bit of a hassle making sure not to step on people's stuff. After a few minutes, we find a pretty decent blank spot on the sand. It's even got some palm trees providing shade. I quickly set my stuff down before anyone else could claim it. Hana follows suit, laying her towel flat on the ground. That should be good. I don't think anyone's gonna try and take our stuff. I cannot read today. My god. So we should be able to just leave it here. I hope not. I don't really want to get robbed on my first beach day in years. Oh, we should be fine. Unless the seagulls decide to go on a little heist while we're away. Jeez, those birds could be so annoying. And I usually like birds, but they always steal my food when I'm not looking. Yeah, they can be little jerks, but let's not let them ruin our day. What do you want to do first? I'm not sure. I haven't ever hung out with somebody on the beach before, so I don't know what would be fun. Well, there's a lot of stuff we can do. We could swim, take a walk, or maybe go collect shells. Hannah's eyes light up at that suggestion. Guess she really likes shells. Can we do that shell idea? Sure. I think I saw some along the shore. We should start there. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Thank you. We set off together, walking along the beach shore. Every so often, a small wave passes over, tickling our feet. The cool water is a pleasant contrast to the burning hot sand surrounding us. Not many people have settled down in this area, so it's a relatively quiet walk between us. Every so often, one of us will stop to pick a shell we would find before carrying on. It's already been a few minutes of this, but each of us have a small armful of shells of different variety. Did you know that shells on the beach are just the remains of dead creatures? I'm a bit surprised by the sudden break in the silence. I look at her, blinking in confusion. What? Yeah. A lot of sea critters have exoskeletons to protect from predators. So when they die or they molt, they leave a shell behind that sometimes wash up on the beach shores. It's mostly stuff like clam or cockle shells, but sometimes you can find cowrie shells and make some pretty jewelry from them. Sometimes there'll still be an animal inside of a shell. One time I picked up this pretty little whelk shell, and a baby crab popped out and pinched my finger. I yelled so loudly that day. I nod along to her explanation. No wonder why she was so excited by this. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That makes more sense than them just randomly spawning on beaches. I guess even here you've still got something to appeal to your love of dead animal remains. Yeah, I just seem to attract little bits of death, huh? Is it just me, or was her response a bit disheartened? I don't see why it would be. She was excited about this stuff just a minute ago. So what are you planning on using the shells for? I don't know. I was just gonna... Oh shit, my bad. Fuck. I was just gonna wash them off and take them home. Did you have plans for them? I plan to use them too. I'm gonna build a sandcastle. I fucking love sandcastle. I was thinking about using them to decorate a sandcastle. I didn't bring any buckets or shovels with me, but we could still build something with just our hands. I haven't built a sandcastle in years. Every time I did, the tide would either wash it away or someone would come step on it. Oof, I know that pain. Can't think of how many times a gaggle of kids, would just run through the sand and trample all over my hard work. But don't worry, I'll guard the castle. So you'd be like a knight. And you could be the princess of the castle. I'd probably be closer to a court fool than anything. Well, court fools still have a place in court, so it's better than being a peasant. I'd do so badly in a high court. People are always so hostile towards each other and make snide remarks, and I just let people get away with whatever they want. Court fools don't get to make decisions in court, so you just have to focus on being a silly little guy. It wouldn't be so bad. I'm pretty good at being the butt of the joke anyway. Shut up. Our conversation breaks off there, replaced with silence between us as we continue our walk. Sometimes I'll pipe up when I find another shell that looks cool, and she'll agree with my sentiment. I feel like Hana and I have grown close enough that there's no need to fill in the silence, but something feels off about this. I thought at first that this was a comfortable silence, but looking at Hana, it seemed like she was bothered by something. It feels different from her usual aura of anxiousness and her little frown. She looks like she's thinking quite pensively over something. Hey, you doing alright? She stops walking at that, turning to look at me, confused. I'm alright. Yeah, well, that kicked puppy dog look you have would say otherwise. You've been kinda quiet. Oh well, I don't know what to talk about, that's all. Okay, that's not true. You were just spouting off about animal exoskeletons a few minutes ago. Seriously, what's going on? I'm pretty sure something's bugging you. It's the shells. The shells made me think. About? They just made me remember how much death seems to follow me. The shells here are probably the cause of some poor little creatures who died, not because they molted. Sag. Well, even if most of them did die, it was probably their time, right? So sad. But what if it wasn't? What if they just had horrible luck and happened to get stepped on or dried out in the sun because they didn't have the chance to make it back to water? You seem oddly concerned about this. They could be like me, having such poor luck that all they do is bring misfortune wherever they go. Maybe losing their shells was another way of the world punishing them. What are you on? Hana, you're over-exaggerating a bit. Both about yourself and the Dead Sea creatures. You don't bring misfortune anywhere. She scoffs at that, not even bothering to hide her frown this time. My entire life is pretty good proof against that claim. I mean, just look at me. I have to wear one of these bandages just because of how many accidents I get into every week. So you're a bit clumsy. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, how about the fact I've basically had no friends? Anytime I've tried making friends in the past, they just think I'm weird or annoying or just try to ignore me. But I honestly preferred that over all the bullying I got. It was always so easy to target me. The girl with no friends and loves animal bones. The one who would let you walk all over her like a carpet. Who wouldn't want to go to such a garbage... Who wouldn't want to go for such a garbage person? Okay, shut the fuck up. I think you need to calm down. What happened to you is awful. But your life can't have been completely unlucky. There has to have been a time where you weren't affected by the harshness of life. There isn't. From the moment I was born, I was spreading misery. What makes you think that? Oh, I nearly do a double take from that. She said that so casually, and yet that statement was anything but casual. I've never asked much about Hana's family, it just never came up, and it's not like she talks about them. Is this why she hates herself so much? Hana, I had no idea. It's fine. Not like you would know. I just... Christ, I don't even know what to say. That's awful, Hana. I can't even imagine what knowing that is like, but even so, it's not your fault. You were being born. You didn't have any control over that situation. Even so, I'm still the reason she's gone. It's bad no matter how you look at it. You still shouldn't have to carry a weight like this. What does your dad say about this? Surely he doesn't blame you for this, right? He's never told me anything like that, but I know he's still broken up over it. I don't think he's been the same since that day. Now he's so busy that I barely ever see him. So he's hunkered down in his lab. He doesn't do anything else. The only way I'm able to reach him is through phone calls once a month. Yeah, I feel pretty bad too. Lab? Hannah, what exactly does your dad do for work? He's a bioengineer. Damn, he must be real smart then. He is, and he's really good at his job. I don't think I've ever met someone so dedicated to their work to the point of shutting themselves off from the world other than him. I understand why he's so busy. He's doing a lot of work, a lot of good for the world. So I'm okay just talking on the phone once in a while. I shouldn't bother him. I get that work he does is important, but I still don't think that's an excuse for him not to talk to you. But we do talk. Yeah, once a month. And a phone call doesn't replace seeing each other in person. It's not like anything is stopping him from hanging out with you or even calling you more often. This has been going on for what, years now? That sounds more like neglect than anything. He hasn't been neglecting me. He's not a bad father, he's always been good to me. He wasn't always like this. When I was a kid, he was always there. He was there to comfort me on days when other kids would bully me, and he'd always listen to me ramble about any bones I found. It's just that when I started getting older, he started distancing himself from me. It was slow at first, and honestly, I thought I was just overthinking things, but by the time I got into high school, that's when he started locking himself away in his lab. Why would he do that? I think it's because I started looking like her. My mom, I mean. I've seen photos of her, and the similarities between us are there. Maybe I just serve as a reminder to him of what he lost. I matured to just look like a slightly different version of her. Of course, seeing me must be tough. It's like his dead wife is haunting him. Hana. Yup, Hana. I don't think. She continues speaking, her sadness and guilt quickly morphing into frustration. But I don't get it. I don't get why any of this is happening. Why is he still so hung up over my mom? She's been gone for years, and yet he still misses her. He should have moved on by now. What was even so great about her? Dad used to tell me that she loved trying out new things, that she was supportive towards the ones she loved, that she was clever and naive at times, and that she was the absolute best. But what makes her the best? There are thousands of people like that. It's not like she was a unique person. She didn't even have that good of a job. She was just a bus driver for some elementary school. She's barely even a mom to me. She wasn't there for me. My nanny was. Yeah, there's kind of a reason why she wasn't there, but, you know. Why should I care about someone so much if I never even met her? I don't care about her like I care about my dad, my nanny, or even you. So why do I even care? Hana's voice cracks near the end of that statement. As she returns to her usual melancholy expression, her eyes have started to tear up. She hurriedly wipes them away with one of her hands. I missed out on having her in my life, of having her be my mom. I'm sure she still would have been great. I know she would have loved me even if I was still such a horrible human being as I am now. We could have been happy. We could have been normal. Why couldn't we have just been a family together? I hate it. I hate that I have to exist. I hate that my very being is the reason that my mom is gone. I'm the reason my dad's in so much pain that he had to abandon me. All this pain I've caused, and for what? Nothing good has come out of this. No wonder I'm so unlucky. The universe has punished me for what I've done. I deserve to be beaten down by life because I ended one. I'm nothing but garbage, and I'm going to stay like that forever. I should just die at this point. At least then I wouldn't be around to make my dad suffer anymore. Jesus Christ. The dam that was holding Hana back from crying finally breaks. Tears stream down her face and she can't wipe them away. This is her breaking point. Her body shakes as she's overtaken by sobs. She looks like she's about to fall over. Her shells have fallen to the ground as she wraps her arms around herself. Whether to find stability or seek comfort, I can't say. Slowly, I lean down and set my shells down on the sides of us. I lean back up and take a step forward, wrapping my arms around her. Hana stands there, confused for a moment, but before immediately clinging onto me. Her tears don't stop. I gently rub small circles into her back to soothe her. Hana, it's okay. I'm so sorry for everything you've gone through, and your feelings on the situation are completely valid. But this isn't your fault. Unfortunately, there's nothing anybody could have done in this case, so you shouldn't blame yourself. You were just a baby. Please don't torture yourself over this. You don't deserve to die. You deserve to live happily, just like any other person. Besides, there's always one person who would miss you if they died, even if you don't know it. I know I'd certainly miss you. You really mean that? Of course. I know we haven't known each other for long, but I do like being your friend. I care about you. I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. Somehow that statement makes Hana cry more as she clings onto me tighter than before. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening to me. You don't have to thank me. I would do it for you anytime you need me to. But I do have one request. I want you to talk to your dad and tell him everything you said to me today. Oh jeez, I don't know if that's such a good idea. I know it seems scary, but you should communicate with him. Maybe you'll both come to an understanding, and your relationship will improve because of it. At the very least, it will be good not to have to hide your real feelings from him anymore. I'll try it. I mean, if you're telling me to do it, then it's probably a good idea. Thank you. We let go of each other. Hana is still teary, but she's smiling at me. I can't help but smile back. How about we get some ice cream? A little treat would be good for you after crying like that. I'd like that. We spent a few minutes. Yep. We spent we spent a few minutes picking up all the shells we dropped. Luckily, they're far enough from the shore to not be sucked back into the water anytime a new wave came onto the shore. Once that's done, we take a quick detour to our spot on the beach and set the shells on our respective towels. We grab our bags and head to our intended destination from there. Wow, that was a lot. After walking through the sands for a few minutes, we eventually find the ice cream stand I saw earlier. There's even no line. It's a bit of a silver lining to this whole situation. We line up at the stand's window where the ice cream worker sits. Hana orders a scoop of pistachio and a waffle cone. Somehow this pick doesn't surprise me. She soon gets her treat after handing the server some money. She steps aside for me so I can get what I like. After about 2 minutes of giving my order, paying, and getting my ice cream, I see that Hana has left my side and instead has made herself comfortable on a nearby bench. As I make my way over, she takes off her hat to give her scalp a scratch. She seemed to be enjoying her ice cream, so that's some good news at least. I began eating my treat as well. It's nice that we can just relax like this, especially after dealing with something so emotional like that. The calm is broken soon enough, though, as I hear Hana shriek. I quickly look over. Her ice cream somehow falls, and is plopped on the ground near her feet. Bruh. Oops. I knew the universe was out to get me. Can't even let me eat ice cream. I'll go get you another one. That's unfortunate, but this doesn't mean the universe is conspiring against you. Just a bit of bad luck, that's all. But I'm here to turn off that bad luck. I'm here to turn that bad luck around. Stay here for a bit. I'll go get you a new one. Really? You do that for me? Of course, that's what friends do. Plus, I don't want your day to end in sadness over some spilled ice cream. I quickly go back to the stand and order a scoop of pistachio ice cream. Pay for it and return to Hana. Her face lights up as soon as I hand her the new cone. Thank you. You're welcome. We sit there in silence for a few minutes. The sun slowly makes its return and warming our skin. Should probably remind Hana to put her hat back on, but a few minutes uncovered in the sun wouldn't hurt her. As Hana nears the end of her treat, she looks toward me like she's hyping herself up to say something. Kermit, could I maybe share one of my poems? It's about my mom's death, so I thought it was relevant to share. Sure. I've been wondering what kind of poems you write anyway. It's honestly mostly angsty poetry I wrote in high school. It's way easier to do that than talking to the school counselor about my problems. But now I write stuff that's probably better. I mean, it's probably still cringy, but it shouldn't sound that bad. Just let me hear it first. Starting with the low expectation of being this bad isn't good, you know? You're right. Hana turns her body slightly to reach into her bag, pulling out her phone. She quickly goes to the Notes app and scrolls a bit until she lands on the poem she was talking about. She steels herself, taking a deep breath. I came into this world with nothing but a cry. But my mother's but my mother's voice was the first to die. Her love for me, a spark that never became a flame, now leaves me burdened with the weight of her name. A thief I am for robbing her of life, and a murderer for killing someone's wife. Her light, her breath, her touch, stolen. And in my chest, a hole grows swollen. Done without any awareness, her death was caused by complete unfairness. My dad's eyes, once full of light, darkened quickly, fading from sight. He was there for me, through all my pain, but as I grew, my image was stained. How could someone who killed his wife, who had the gall, take the form of the one he loved most of all? Locking away his heart in a fortress of his creation, leaves me outside, facing my damnation. Is my poor luck a punishment from the gods, wanting me to fall against the world's odds? Or is it just fate, cruel and unclear, leaving me with the ghost of the past and the future to fear? And even now, I still carry her with me deep in my soul, for she is my mother. She is half that has made me whole. Dude, wow. It sucked. It's beautiful. You think so? Yeah. Honestly, I'm kinda shocked. This sounds like something that would win a poetry contest. I didn't know you were so talented. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Kermit. That means a lot coming from you. Do you mind if I share another poem with you? I just came up with it now, so it may not be as good, but it's about you. It's about me? I'd love to hear it, Hana. With a warm and steady hand, you've been the first person to understand. A friend I've found, all by random chance. One who I can tell will stick by me from just a glance. Oh, that's it? Wow, you came up with that fast. Yeah, that only really happens when I'm inspired. I guess having a friend for once gives me good writing material. Bitch, it was one sentence. So I'm like your muse then? I guess so. Can't say I've had this many ideas for poems until now, hee hee. Well, let me know if you come up with anything else. Okay. We sit there together for a bit longer, just watching the scenery around us. It's silent again, but this time it's comfortable. An understanding has been reached between us. With me learning where Hana's self-loathing comes from, and her understanding that she can change her life for the better. I'm glad we came here today. I'm so glad to have found that poster. I'm glad we could be friends. We've been sitting here for a bit too long, just stewing in our feelings. The day's not over yet. There's still plenty of beach to enjoy. I turned to look over at her. Hey, do you wanna... Oh my god. I freeze, almost not believing what I'm seeing for a minute. Hana looks back at me confused. Hana, you look like a damn lobster. How did this even happen? Is it because she took off her hat for like an hour? How is anyone physically capable of burning that quickly? Hana, don't freak out, but look at your arms for a minute. Aw, jeez, did a bird poop on me? Her look of slight annoyance turns to a look of horror as she finally realizes how red her skin is. Oh, whoa, 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 not again! Again? This happens every time I go to the beach, or really when I go anywhere with too much sun. Hana, if this happened before, why wouldn't you at least wear sunscreen? I always forget to bring it with me. That's why I made sure to bring this hat, so I wouldn't get burned. But I guess that plan backfired because I took it off. That looks really painful. Are you gonna be okay? I should be fine. It'll just hurt to move for the rest of the day. If I get smacked on the back though, then I'll probably just lie on the ground in pain. You might want to go home. Get some aloe vera and just rub it all over yourself to help with the pain. We don't have to leave early just because of this. I can deal with it. I promise. Hana. I give her a stern look. Honestly, my glare isn't that intimidating and I'm not upset with her, but it does the trick as I watch her practically deflate. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I ruined this. Now we have to cut our beach day short. It's fine. It's not like you can control how much of the sun your skin absorbs. Now go get some rest. You've touched grass enough today. Well, touch the sand, but you get what I mean. Haha, touch sand, touch grass, funny city. City. Haha, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Haha, yeah. Ah. 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 We share a small laugh before finally getting up. Hana winces a bit as she stands, the pain finally making itself known. She puts her hat back on and we're off. It's a short walk before we get back to our spot. Luckily, it seems no one has messed with our stuff while we were gone. After packing up our things, I waved goodbye to Hana and began my journey back home. Poor girl. That sunburn does look awful. And with everything I learned today, that must have been a huge mental burden to bear. But even with her bad luck, I'm glad I could convince her that the universe isn't trying to kill her. Now I have faith that soon enough, Hana will be in a much better place. Oh shit. Tata Baba Gaga? What? Long story short, I'm not allowed at Disney World because of that incident with Cinderella and the restroom attendant. What? Oh god damn it, my message didn't send. I sent a whole story about why I was banned from Disney World last winter. Just copy and paste it. It's her birthday today, no? Disney World. Stupid on-campus Wi-Fi has been crap this week, so I don't know why. Strange that I haven't seen you on Quarry Build either. Wi-Fi is crap, I can't properly connect to the server. Well, at least with that Wi-Fi being crap, I had no reason not to call my dad earlier. How did that go? There was a lot of crying, mostly from my end. It's gotta be like copyright free, guys. Disney World. But I think it went well. He wants to spend time with me after my birthday. He's gonna make it the day of. He's got an important meeting at his work that day, but that's okay. Just being able to see him in person after God knows how long is enough. Gosh, I don't even know. Maybe since my sophomore year in high school? God damn. That is a pretty long time. Now it's to fix the electricity after one of his experiments went a little overboard. Yeah. But, that's all going to change now. I'm going to change now. Ah, don't sweat it, Hana. It was all you in the end. I just gave you a much needed push. Never. Oh shit. Sorry about the old. Big old. My god, stop. Never apologize for how you feel. I'm just glad you're okay, but being so vulnerable on me. Your birthday's coming up? October 13th, this Sunday. Got any plans? Well, there's this one thing I wanted to do. What's that? There's a party at one of the frat houses near the same Sunday, and it's an open invitation with lots of alcohol. I know you're in college, but how old are you? You're just asking that now? I'm 19. Not to be that guy, you would be drinking underage, under US law. Yeah, I know. That's why I bought a fake ID from a student on campus. He's kind of shady, but kind of nice at the same time. So you know who to blame when it doesn't work. It should work. I'm gonna show it to the Brazilian guy who checks IDs at those parties. You shouldn't know it's a fake, right? I guess. That's illegal, Hana. You need to not be stupid. Like, seriously, who cares if a 19-year-old gets a little tipsy? Heck, a lot of European countries have their drinking age minimum set at 16. Is that true? But yeah, I wanted to have a little fun at the party before having another big emotional day with my dad, you know? I was hoping you would come with me. Okay, guys, I need a minute. I use the bathroom. Okay. Sorry about that. I could not hold it in anymore. Alright. Where were we? Do I want to go to this party? I gotta be like a chaperone, huh? Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Starts at 6 p.m. at Sigma Alpha Zeta. Dude, my ear. Oh my god. I'm so excited I need to walk around. Ow, 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 ow. See you then, Kermit. So this is the place. The Haven University Open Invite Party. I gotta admit, this place doesn't seem like Hana's style. It kinda doesn't. She's a recluse, an introvert on the best of days, someone generally afraid of other people. So her deciding to come to what is essentially a giant frat party feels strange. I can understand her wanting to be more social, to experience more of the college life, but this feels a little like jumping into the deep end. Still, it's Hana's birthday, so if this is where she wants to spend it, who am I to judge her? Looks like if I want to drink as well, you gotta pay for a cover charge. Seems reasonable if the rest of the party is free. I go up to the drinks table and hand over $20 and get a wristband and a red cup full of store brand alcohol. It's not bad, but it's definitely on the cheap side. Hana should be around here somewhere according to her text. She arrived a little while ago. Oh my god. Ooh ah, Kermit. Whoa, Hana. The girl seemingly jumped out of the crowd and rushed up to me. She seems excited to see me. More than that, I can tell there's a flush on her cheeks already. If the red cup is any indication, she's already started drinking. Sorry, you surprised me there. Hee hee, I got you good then. I see you've already started drinking. How many have you had so far? I'm not even done my first one. She takes a sip, but hiccups all the same. Oh, I actually have a really low tolerance, like really low. I wouldn't be surprised if this is enough to get me drunk. You should probably keep a watch on your drinking then. What? No, it's my birthday. I'm allowed to drink as much as I want. And the drinks are so tasty here, I'm excited to try them all out. And you're here with me. Best birthday ever! Well, Hana seems to be enjoying having fun at least. This still doesn't seem like the kind of place she'd have fun, but if she's enjoying herself, I may as well enjoy it with her. Hey, there's a live band inside, let's go. A live band? Sure, sounds fun. Hana takes my hand and eagerly drags me inside. She seems to be a lot more assertive when she's had some alcohol in her. Heading inside, the living room seems to be pretty crowded. A lot of people are gathered in the middle and dancing to the band. They're not too bad either. Probably a local band from the college if I had to guess. Let's go! Let's go! Hana, for the most part, instantly joins the crowd and starts dancing in mosh pit style. Which is a bit of a problem because I don't think it actually is a mosh pit. Her limbs are flailing everywhere and she seems to keep accidentally hitting other dancers, immediately having to apologize. Oops, sorry. Dang it, sorry again. Forgive me, I'm so clumsy. Lord Hana, what is wrong with you, girl? I take Hana's hand and move her away from the center of the crowd. I don't mind if she dances, but she clearly needs more space if she's gonna dance like this. Here, dance in this spot. You won't hit people. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kermit. Hana then continues to do her strange, flailing mosh pit dance, but at least she isn't getting in people's way anymore. Some of them are still giving her strange looks, but significantly less now that she isn't flailing into them, which is good. Now that there's more space, I start dancing alongside her, and Hana seems to be smiling at me. Yeah, shake that booty. A little cringe, but she's having fun. I can respect that. The song comes to an end and everyone cheers, Hana cheering the loudest. Woo! Yeah! You guys rock! I don't know if they're that good. Oh man, my drink's all gone. Time to fill up on another. You sure? You seem pretty tipsy already. Hey, whose birthday is it exactly? It's yours. That's right. And you haven't even wished me a happy birthday yet. What? I texted you happy birthday when I woke up today. Yeah, but not in person. Come on, get the birthday girl her next drink already. Hey, pause. Pause. Wait, I thought I added, no? Didn't I add an emote? Whatever. I can't help but shake my head at her. But the two of us head into the kitchen. Seems just as lively as the kitchen as the rest of the party. A lot of the co-eds seem to be taking drinking, taking shots, even downing drinks as part of games or bets. Some of the girls even have their bodies open for body shots. What? Just about what you would expect from a college party. Oh, do you want to do a body shot off of me? I promise I don't mind. Maybe later. To be honest, Hana's hygiene issues are the main reason why I don't want to. I don't think she showered before coming to this party. Even better. I'm just kidding. Still, I grab a fresh red cup and fill it with a concoction from the counter. It seems to be some kind of fruity mixed drink, and I bet Hana will like the taste of it. Yay! Hana eagerly beams as she takes the cup from me and takes a big gulp from it. Oh my gosh, that's so yummy. I could just... Excuse me. Without hesitating, she takes another drink from the cup. I can't help but shake my head. Hana tends to be in one of the two modes, shy and outcast, or cringe and obnoxious. The alcohol seems to be causing her to shed her inhibitions and be cringe and obnoxious, but also loud and proud of it. It's a dangerous combination. Ah, we should join in some party games. Party games? Come on, we need an excuse to drink more. I don't think you need to, but Hana doesn't really let me finish my statement. She grabs my hand and drags me off to where people are gathered. You're going a little too much, girl. What game would you play? Well, there's a round of beer pong over there. People playing Never Have I Ever over there, and a drinking contest over there. And some games that involve the card game or something like that over there. Hana was thinking about it as hard as her drunk little mind would allow it when someone tapped my shoulder. Who the fuck are you? You guys look like you're looking for a good time. How about you two join us for a game? Huh. This fucking anime-ass character. Hey, I know. You're the guy who sold me the fake eye... The guy immediately put a finger to Hana's lips, which made her shut up. For some reason, blush immediately. Haha, I have no idea what you're talking about. But if I did, I'm sure whoever sold you that thing would appreciate it if you didn't scream about it at the top of your lungs in that annoying voice of yours. Damn. Haha, right, sorry, Gabriel. But yeah, let's play with them, Kermit. Hana had already accepted for us, and was dragging me to follow along with the guy who had invited us. Starting to feel like a ragdoll with all the polling being done today, but it's Hana's birthday, so I'll live with it. It does add to the game. There were now 6 players in total sitting on the floor. A bunch of beers were organized in a neat circle at the center of us. So what game are we playing? I didn't expect what the next guy's move to be when he started to pull something from behind his back. It was... Holy shit, is that a fucking gun? The words in my mouth remained stuck from the sheer shock towards the guy's casualness of bringing a gun to the party. To make matters worse, it was pointing straight at Hana, point blank. Without so much of a second hesitation, Gabriel pulled the trigger and... She's fucking dead. I didn't realize it at the moment, but I had shut my eyes. When I opened them back up again, a little flag with the words "bang" had ejected from the gun's barrel. Ah, ha, 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 and was lightly pushed against Hana's forehead. Huh? I'm not 6 feet under the ground? Gabriel responded by just laughing in Hana's face. No, not at all, silly. What kind of psychopath do you take me for? Everyone else laughed along to Hana's scared reaction. Probably feeling awkward, Hana laughed a little with them. So funny type stuff. No, we're playing a variation of Russian roulette, and this? He shoved the little flag back into the fake gun. It's a toy gun. Rules are similar to the actual game, but instead of blowing our fucking brains all over the band, we take shots of beer if the bullet hits us. Okay. As an added rule, you can instead point the gun at someone else if it's your turn to pull the trigger. If it's loaded, then the other person takes a drink, but if it's a blank, you have to take a drink. Adds a bit of strategy to the game, so it's not completely up to chance. I hate games like those. Hana was quiet for a moment, processing everything Gabriel just said. Then, she started laughing? That sounds easy. Let's play. That's the spirit. Oh, and the game has already started, so since I unloaded the gun on you, you're the first to take a drink. Okay. With that, the game had begun, and we were all playing this drinking game version of Russian roulette. True to Hana's unlucky nature, she ended up taking a lot of the shots from the gun. Most from her choosing to shoot herself, and it was her turn at that. Not to mention, I was now feeling a little tipsy too. This seems a little sussy. Gabriel looked at his phone and made a worried face before typing something and putting the phone back in his pocket. Whoops, sorry folks, I'm gonna have to call it quits for tonight. The other players were audibly disappointed at hearing this, but got up to their feet all the same. I helped Hana up as well, noticing she was having trouble doing so herself. Before I jet, let me just read off the scoreboard for a little game. Tam and you had 4, Kermit 3, Jacob and Tyler 6, me, the winner, with 2, and Hana. Gabriel grimaced but kept his smile as he read Hana's final score. Hana lost with a total of 12. God damn. Sheesh, that's heavy, dude. Gabriel leaned into me. Seriously, dude, she is beyond shit-faced drunk, or what is that stupid thing you townies say? Snookered? What? I don't want her hurling all over with the den, so either lay off the hops or bounce before we have to put makeup on this clown. Hey, don't be mean to her. He patted my shoulder and smiled widely. You guys enjoy the rest of the party. My girlfriend wants us to enjoy the after party. My girlfriend wants us to enjoy the after party in our room, if you know what I'm saying. Wait, that's what he grimaced at? Wait, so he's a fucking he's an asshole. He's an asshole. With that, Gabriel left along with the others, leaving Hana and I on our own again. I looked down as she slumped against me, looking like absolute hell, despite her brightest smile. I think you've had enough to drink for tonight. Hana mumbled something that sounded like a no. Girl, you can barely even stand on your own right now. It's time to go. Hana whined and even flailed, albeit sloppily, as I sat her down on a nearby couch. I grabbed one of the empty cups lying around and gave it a quick rinse in the sink and filled it up with some cool water. Oh, what up, Meta? I swear, I'd only been gone for a minute when I returned to the couch where I left Hana. She was there alright, but with some extra company. What in the fuck? Who the hell is this big-ass guy? Hi, dude. Surrounding her were a group of jocks, pouring alcohol down onto Hana. Haha, gross! This fugly chick really tried to hit on you, Teddy. Yeah, what a weirdo. Not enough drinks in the world to get me to bang her, right, Teddy? Look, she's even missing a couple teeth. What does she eat, bricks? Guys, just because you're right doesn't mean we still can't have fun with this pig. I'm about to kill this guy. Some of the new meat can have at her. I'd say it's all part of the rush. Oh yeah, record it and post it online. Bro. Come on, man, don't post it. Think, what if the dean sees that? He's right. Best not to risk it. Someone might think I had a turn. You guys got this. I gotta put in some FaceTime around the party. The jocks continued to laugh and pour alcohol down a barely conscious Hana's throat. What is happening? What do I do? I have to save her, right? Just what in the world are these jerks planning to do to Hana? There was no way I was just gonna let them do that to her. I shoved past the men and pushed the bottle away from Hana's face. I had to make sure she was alright. Hana! Hana, listen to me. We're leaving now, alright? Oh, jocks were not too pleased with my actions. Hey buddy, wait your turn. Yeah, the slut was all over me and my pals a few seconds ago. Don't make me pull out my Sharingan. Naruto! Type shit. I will kill you. Whatever. Just take the loser. Don't come back or we'll see if we can flush a rat. Good. I helped Hana up to her feet, throwing her arm over my shoulder, and made the slow trek back to her dorm room. Toilet. As soon as I had gotten Hana through the door, she immediately made a mad dash to the bathroom, where she proceeded to vomit her insides out violently. Rainbow. Ah! Hana's head was neck deep in the toilet. Ew. Herc. Burger. I held her head back as she continued to spill her guts out, afraid she might drown on her own bile. Minutes passed, and after some heaving, it seemed like Hana was done puking. Wow, what happened? You got absolutely hammered at the party. Luckily, I was able to save you before you drank yourself to an early grave. Or something even worse happened. But it was worth it. Are you serious? Uh-huh. This was the best night of my entire life. I had so much fun with you. I had so much fun at the party. I never felt more alive. And it was with my best buddy in the whole world too. I could die happy tonight. Please don't. I'm joking. Hana threw up in the toilet bowl again. Hold on. This is a game called A Loser Named Hana, where we were paid to be your friends. Except I didn't accept the money. Hospital. Hospital. On it, calling an ambulance. I did that, and it was only a matter of waiting for them to arrive. Man, what a night. It was a good one, though. I got to doink and go to a real college party with you. You. Hey, I love you, Kermit. Damn. Okay, so I gotta think. Say, okay, at first, I thought this character was gonna be annoying. Alright? I thought this character was gonna be like an irredeemable slop mess with like a weird, annoying voice. But I actually started to like her. She's chill. She's cool like that. And I get it. I don't know, man. It is a hard decision. How is she even gonna know what I mean? How is she gonna differentiate it? There hasn't been any action yet. I've been very platonic this whole time, but I don't know, maybe it started to brew. I'm doing it. I smiled and pet Hana's back. You're my friend, Hana. I love you too, and will always be there to protect you. Oh, we're getting straight to it. Straight to it. And if you'll have me, I'd like to be more than just a friend to you. Oh, you really mean that? No, wait. You got a point. 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 It's not the right time. It's not the right time. You're so true and correct. I smiled and pet Hana's back. You're my friend too, Hana. I love you too, and will always be there to protect you. I'm not even mad that you friend-zoned me. Okay. But Wheelie, I'm so happy that you answered my ad all those weeks ago. I hope we stay friends forever and ever. At those words, a knock came at Hannah's door, and I immediately showed the paramedics to the bathroom. I stayed overnight at the hospital that night, and my friend was fine, albeit a little more than hungover, the next morning. The end! I missed my fucking opportunity, bro. Fumbled the fucking year. And that's the story of how I met my best friend, a loser named Hana. What happens if I don't save her? I'm scared of what would happen. Well, if this is what she wanted, then... I turned around and let whatever was going to happen that night happen. Oh God! Never did I think what would happen that night. Why is it so loud? Never did I think what would happen that night would go down so horribly. Holy shit. I nodded, and Hana threw herself onto me, where we fell down. My arms wrapped around her tiny frame, and Dude, I'm not reading this. She may have tasted like bile and alcohol, but I didn't care so much at the moment. Before anything else could happen, the paramedics were knocking at the door, and I led them into the bathroom so they could take my now girlfriend to the hospital. I stayed overnight at the hospital that night, and my girlfriend was fine, albeit more than a little hungover the next morning. And that's the story of how I met my wife, a loser named Hana. Wow. There's nothing there. Dude. So that was honestly one of the better visual novels that I played. I'm a little upset that the voice acting seemed to not have been nearly as present as I thought it was going to be, but the artwork was really nice. The writing was pretty good, and it was actually a lot more sentimental than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like one of those like really cringe whatever stories, but I actually like, sympathize with the character a little bit. They're just a fake character, not a real person, but they had real motivation, intention, you know, desire in life. And it was nice. And I think you guys are fucking monsters for having her die in one of the endings. What is wrong with you? Like, god damn. That was like not at all. I mean, there wasn't going to be a good outcome going that route, but my lord, that was like the furthest they could have taken it, and they did. And I think personally, if I was to talk about what ending I truly would have wanted, I probably wouldn't have gone and got with them. I think it was like I was really just establishing from the start that like, we were supposed to be friends. And I think that's what worked the best because that's what she wanted. And I think getting into a relationship with her was kind of just feeding into her weird little desires that she stated at like the beginning of the game. And I think it's better that you stay friends with this character. I think, yeah, I think it could have definitely been much darker, the approach it was taking. But I mean, death is pretty fucking bad. Like, goddamn, she died, and like we just let that happen. That shit's like real dark. But I'd say that was a pretty solid game. I really did enjoy that. And I will go ahead and leave my epic, amazing rec review. A wonderfully crafted visual novel surrounding a loser named Hana. The game starts off, I think the visuals are wonderful. Sorry, I think the visuals are stunning. The artwork is really clean, and the designs of the characters are done really well. The music is also pretty catchy, and for the voice acting that was available, it was pretty funny but enjoyable. There are multiple endings, one of which was extremely stunning to me. But overall, the experience is relative, very down to earth, relatable, and even charming. I'm happy to have taken Hana's ad. that day. Wow, that was a pretty good game. That being said, I think that's going to be the end of that recording. Um, Thank you so much for watching. And if there's any other games like this that you think I should try out, please let me know in the comments and I will take a look at them. But for now, have a good one.